We now can begin. I am so thrilled to see so many people here this afternoon on kind of a gloomy, rainy, spitting kind of day. So thanks for coming out, and I know why you're here. You're here for the woman of the hour, actually the woman of the next couple of hours. You're very fortunate that we have Emiko Toda Loeb with us this afternoon. I'm going to refrain from giving a full introduction right now because I know we want to get straight into the demo. However, at 5:30, there will be a lecture by Emiko Toda Loeb, and I will give a more formal introduction at that point and thank some of our sponsors. So without further ado, I would like to introduce Emiko Toda Loeb, who is the artist who is featured in the Gotch Gallery right behind me. Her work is in an exhibition called Dualities. And today she is going to be showing you how she creates her double-sided log cabin quilts. So please help me welcome Emiko Toda Loeb. Testing, testing.
Testing. Oh, can you hear me? Too much? Okay, thank you. Anyway, thank you so much for coming today. I'm very, very happy to be here. This is the second time to be here, and 2 years ago or so, I had a show in downstairs. So this time, I have a bigger room. That's why I can show more quilts than before. Anyway, so far, many people asked how you make this kind of reversible blocks. So today, I want to show you the answer. Answer is quite simple. You may surprised, yes, but anyway, I will show you. I'm so happy to be able to do today. So this time, I just brought small fabrics. I want to explain. For example, if I used this kind of fabric, it almost doesn't matter to cut this way or that way. So that kind of things, or with solid, so I almost always cut with savage way. Do you understand? Because of my English is terribly sorry about that. So this way. Not this way, because this is so stretchy, but this way, because it almost doesn't matter to cut with this or this as a design. Okay? And this red one is also almost same. So I'll cut the same way. But, for example, this one, even oval shape, but cut this way and this way makes different. See? So then I always think which way is better for my design or my quilt. Even this kind of pattern. So if I use this stripe, it makes big difference to cut this way or that way, or even bias. See? So then when I need to cut this way, even it's easy to stretch, but I prefer to do better way for my quilt. So far okay? Thank you. Then, because these are so small, that's easy to cut, but anyway, I always press before cut. And if this cutter is good shape. Sometimes mine is not good. So cut 4 fabrics at the same time is the best way. It's better than only one. So I press both. Always right side up, or anyway, 4 fabrics the same direction to press. Then I hope this is working now. And this way. And this way. So this time I want to cut it this way. Then press. I think that's okay. Then my room is smaller, much smaller than, so that's why I just put it in this way, but I have to move today. So then, now, so this one, these two quilts, it's quite older one. That time, these strips width is 3/4. Is that right? Okay, 3/4. And the recent one is that galleries is 5/8 smaller. But today I want to show you, that's why I will cut a little wider. Okay? Or smaller is better? So first of all, so let's cut today is inch finish. Oops. Yes, great. Great. Then this way, or I myself moved there. Maybe that's better, but if I did, you will not see. That's why. Okay. Now you have 4 strips. Okay, and 2 of them gonna be one side. I can't. Sorry. And the other 2 gonna be the other side. So I will show you I will show very simple one, not complicated one today. Okay. So first of all, you need the center. Maybe it's very hard to see. Maybe this is one block. This is the center. No, this is the center. So you need center fabric for both sides already. Okay? Then you can cut from your strip. Please cut quite precise for the first time. This is one side center with seam allowance. And this one gonna be, or you can cut both at the same time, of course. This is for the other side fabric. And now you already need batting with same size. Same size, not big one. Same size as this. So when I cut the batting, I usually use scissors, not cutting. And so when you cut batting, this is one natural. So it doesn't have to be so accurate. Of course, accurate is better, but then just you don't have to measure, just cut. Like this. Then be sure both fabric outside, right side. Then just now sew, but this is a basting stitch. So that's why I sew only 2 places, top and bottom. But anyway, just 2 places from about 1/8 from the edge. I'm not get used to this machine. I hope I can. Sorry, I tried from the edge to edge. Sorry, mine has got it. So like this and oh. Okay. So, and when I do at home, I always press each time. Sew and press. That's why I put this iron here, so I don't have to move. And then result gonna be much better. Okay, so both sides. Just press this way. Then, now you already have reversible center. See? Yes. So now next step means number one. Number one is not same as center color. So, next is this color and this color. So if you have a question, please feel free to do any time. Okay, this is number one fabric for both sides. And red gonna be with this. And just one, wait a minute. Okay, then, so next one, from number one, center is, I said, be sure right side, outside. But from next, be sure right side, inside. Okay? To face right side each other. So now include middle of batting. You have 5 pieces. Okay? Now this is not basting stitch, so I always need 1/4 inch seam allowance. And sew from the edge to the other edge.
Miko, that 1/4 inch is so that you will cover your 1/8 inch basting stitch that you started with. Is that correct?
Can you hear me? Okay. Because I did basting stitch from 1/8, so that's why it could be hide. You meant that one?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Right. So you don't have to repeat that. Then, sorry, it's gonna.
We told her she could bring her machine with her from Japan. She declined.
And also I have my machine with knee. That's why I always display. Okay. So I have some extra. Okay. Now If you cannot see well, you can come over here. Welcome. So this is the center which I did before. So now is number 1. So from number 1 to the end, whatever, number 15 or 20 or whatever, then you have to do fabric and batting alternate, not same time. Only center you put batting inside to make sandwich. But from now, you cannot do at the same time. First of all, you have to sew with fabric and press. So because you put fabric, number 1 fabric inside the right side, now press open, now you see both sides, right side now. Okay? Then also, I hope you can see, from the center, this is a seam allowance with batting. So batting is also here. So that's why from number 1 to the end, you don't need batting seam allowance. So batting is only the finished size you need. So this one I am making about 1 inch. That's why I cut this one about 1 inch to make strip like this. Maybe it's too long. I'm sorry to make you wait. So it doesn't have to be so accurate. See? Then this one you put in here, but because you have already batting from the center, you don't need double. But you don't need space either, okay? That's why I just put this way. Edge to edge. Right, thank you. Then almost here, right? Then this is too long to sew. That's why I cut quite roughly. Then now, because if it moves, it's not easy to do next step. That's why I sew from the edge to edge for just basting stitch, like I did before. About 1/8 from the edge. Only here is enough. You don't have to go this way, just only here.
Makes sense now.
Thank you. Okay, I hope I can do the better way. Okay, I think I can do good better. Then you can trim off when you see batting. Then you can trim off. Don't cut fabric. only batting. Okay. Then now this is the center for both sides, and next one is number 1 fabric. So far okay? Easy, right? Yeah, design like make you feel more complicated, but method itself is always the same. Only narrower or wider or that's it. So next one. Usually when I don't have to cut small pieces to make one strip, today just I'm doing simple one. From number 2, I don't cut ahead. So this one is same fabric as this. Inside, right side, be sure. And the other side also inside, right side. I don't have to cut. Then sew with 1/4 inch seam allowance. Then after I sew both sides, press. Then cut here, but especially at the beginning, I mean my first or second quilt, sometimes I cut too short. Too bad. That's why I even takes a little more time, but just hold this way to be sure, not too short, not too long. Okay. Then now, see, this is number. Then again, you have to press. First of all, before you open, just press with this way for both sides. Because even you don't see, but after you sew by machine, even probably by hand too, it's going to be little shrink. So that's why I always do just first of all, just press. You don't have to do this way. Then open. Then again, because you have seam allowance and batting from the center, you don't need double. So now, just press, attach this way, right? Then cut, roughly. Then sew from 1/8 or just edge. That's it. So, yes. If it's much more complicated, I cannot do. Just design is. Again, I press. See, now this is the center and number 1 and number 2. So number 3 is going to be same as color as the center. Do you have any questions? No, that's great. So all of you already understand great. Yes.
What inspired you to come up with this idea? I mean, I don't think anyone else has.
Why? First of all, about more than 40 years ago when I came here, I had no English and nothing to do. But I was interested in making something by hand. I looked for many things. And that time I had so much time, free time, so I bought log cabin, very narrow, like a magazine book. And I chose a lot of drawing or a photo instead of explanation. And I saw two quilt, exactly same design, but different solid. And the other was all print. And like this design, log cabin and square, the long time I believed both just showing how became different if you use solid or all print. And one day I realized one side is become a mirror. It shows from mirror. Wait a minute, what it is? Something like that. Then I started to read a little bit. Then 2 or 3 page different places, but anyway, it says reversible log cabin. And what it is? Reversible log cabin. And it's some small drawing. And I tried to do and didn't work at all, almost at all. That time it says one side, 2 fabrics, and the other side, 1 fabric. I tried, and one side like this, one side like this, didn't work. But then I started thinking how to make better block. Then, wait a minute, if I can make even 1 or 2 blocks, if I can do different design at the same time, it could be much interesting, I thought. But I wasn't sure I could do or not. Then I started to try. So from that time to complete my first reversible log cabin, it took me 3 years. Thank God I didn't give up.
So I think Emiko has shown the basic technique,
Mm-hmm.
and we have about 15 or 20 more minutes before we need to set up for her to do a lecture, and she will be talking more about her own history and how she started making double-sided log cabin quilts. So at this point, I think, yeah, Emiko can keep going with this, but if you have technique-related questions, I think this would be a good time.
Yes.
Do you square up after each, how do you get your log cabin square?
Where? Yeah. So, yes.
So how do you keep straight which fabric goes on the back? For the design, it's different on the back.
And what's your pattern going to be when you get there? How do
You can show them at one of your drawings, maybe.
That room has my drawing, but for example, I hope everybody can see. Later you can come over here. Anyway, this is reversible, 4 blocks, very tiny. The other size is this. But still, I need this drawing. This is drawing for this. So, see? And then it says which part, which fabric. Then I always need this. Even without color, that's fine for me.
I'm kind of baffled about why you don't need to color it
Because I can see.
in your head.
So, for example, even this one or that one, in that gallery one, let's say, before even I start to cut fabrics, I can visualize more than 95% already. So, in head, to make real.
You're very fortunate.
Probably. But it used to be after, let's say, about 10 reversible log cabin, it took me almost 1 year to decide both sides. Yeah, because even one side you decide completely, but you have to decide the other side. Otherwise, you cannot start. So it took me almost a whole year. Recently, if I had to, probably takes 2 weeks to decide both sides. Probably. But first 10 10 reversible, so it took me. Then, once I decide, just 3 months to complete.
3 months?
Mm.
And do you have to, is there a sample you have that we can pass around?
Oh, yes.
Are you okay with that?
Oh, sure. This one too? Okay, so please do not lose. So small one.
So how do you join
Right, right. Exactly. You need one more strip between to hide, sewing line, seam allowance. So when you decide the design, you cannot forget. After that, you will have one more strip always between blocks. Otherwise, design gonna be disrupt.
no batting? With no batting.
Yes, it's batting, even narrower, because from both sides it comes seam allowance, but even narrower, much narrower, but still you need. Otherwise, the light, if you put in here, light here, it's going to be, this color going to be the other side. Thank you. Very narrow. That's why I cannot throw away anything. Yes.
Then is it quilted?
No. This technique is piecing and quilting at the same time. This is the best part. You don't have to quilt later. It's already quilting. Maybe I should explain this bit, or yes? Do I have the time? Yeah, just I want to show you. This is just one example. For example, this one is one side, and the other one is this side, or something like that. And I want to show you. This is quite old one. Hope you can see. Okay, this one I made in 1993 for my mother-in-law's 80th birthday. So this is her color. This part is her color. And so this is herself, my mother-in-law. And behind a big square is her husband. My husband is his father, but I've never met him. When I met my husband, he already died 6 or 7 years before, so I've never met him. But still, her husband is very big part in herself. That's why I put in a big square for behind. And she had 2 sons, this and this.
Which one is David?
This one, very, yes, he's so independent. That's why I put. And this is his younger brother. And this fabric, she gave me long time before I made, because this was her blouse, but it became too tight for her. That's why she gave me as a fabric, not as a blouse. But this is not my taste. That's why I put it aside 10 years or so. Then when I decided to make this one for her, I realized, oh yes, this is the time to use that fabric. And this is his wife and their daughter. And this is myself. I rely on her a lot. We had wonderful relationship, even we cannot have good communication language. But that's why I was closer than my husband. So this is my American family that time. And this side, this is myself. And this red part is Japan. And this big part is big United States. And so between, this is the ocean, okay? And even before I came here, United States, I was already unusual girl in Japan. That's why I put in the side here. Then when I decided to come here, it wasn't easy. More than 40 years ago, I'm an only child. And my mother's brother died Second World War. So my mother didn't have good feeling. So I had so hard time anyway. But I like some Japanese feeling too. That's why I brought with this, but it wasn't easy. That's why I came for zigzag. Then when I made this, I was already 14 years or 13 years in the United States, but I cannot be American. That's why I'm still age. This is my story. Yeah. So do you have some questions? This is half inch, I think. This is half inch. So she kept quite a long time, and she likes this one. That's why she put this way on the wall: spring, summer, and autumn. The only winter she put this one. But she passed away a long time ago. That's why it returned to me. Yeah. So if you have some questions, please. Thank you.
Would you like to see Emiko do some more sewing? Would that be helpful?
Okay. So keep doing.
A story with all of your quilts?
Some of them, not all of them, but yeah, some, yes. Okay. Or would you like to try? Easy, why not? No? Huh? Oh yes, why not? Please.
Okay, just along this edge, correct?
Quarter-inch seam allowance.
Do you do it row by row, or do you do it, how do you put your final together?
That depends on your design. Always one block's corner will tell you which one gonna be first and second, because see, log cabin is always short, long, short, long. So shorter is first, then longer is next.
Okay, good. Okay, so I press this flat, both sides,
Mhm.
and then open?
Before you open, just this way to cut. Don't cut too short. Well,
Which one?
red one, now.
Okay.
And the next, also, you have to be sure, not like this here or here, just be sure. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. Then you can press. But you already did, right?
Oh, I did, I press it, do I press it open? now?
And now it's open.
Now open?
And press, yes. Oh, sorry. So put it this way. You don't need double. Yeah, this way.
Match it up.
And so 1/8.
So
Here,
when
only outside. Ah. I hope you can resolve. Oh, great. And to have a little too long, that's gonna be better. Like this. Yes.
When you're doing on there where it's the light blue and the dark blue and the light, and going up, you have a strip of that already made?
No.
No?
This one, right? Always. Because always length is different.
Oh, that's right.
And this one, for example, next here is only one, but here is, you need long one. So so each one, each time.
And some down and
Emiko, how's your new student doing?
See,
I'm a little crooked, but I'm used to
that's
guides.
yeah, that's and cut off, trimming,
Here?
cut off, and also this time it has to be same.
Yeah. So Emiko, we have a question about this one.
Yes.
Because it looks like you follow the courthouse steps pattern rather than the...
Right.
So it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. You can do the same way.
Okay.
And she pieces her logs as you go. Like on the flip side, you pieced your logs, your strips.
Okay. So yeah.
You have to make.
Yep. And that's all part of that graph paper designing like you see in the gallery. So this looks very complicated, but she's planned it all out ahead of time, right? So it's not
of course.
that complicated. You just follow the pattern that you have done on the graph paper. And this long one probably is 4 blocks, whereas this is 1 block, 1 block, and then 3 blocks,
Right.
and then 2 blocks. So I say that it's so easy, but it's not like I've ever done it.
So to do.
Online visitors, we will be back at 5:30 for her lecture. We're going to go ahead and sign off right now. Thank you for watching.